St. Mary Netherton Daily Chronicle, Evening Edition, February 16th, 1926. Good evening, dear listeners. Edmund Pruitt addressing you as the village clock strikes 6 on this Tuesday, which has furnished our community with an afternoon of notable developments, both upon the ground and, rather remarkably, above it. The day unfolded beneath the bright morning skies Mr. Higgins anticipated, with the western cloud arriving during the early afternoon to soften the light and ease the cold, the hours settling into what Mrs. Pemberton describes as a Shrove Tuesday afternoon of mild and surprising character, when the crocuses along the south wall seem to test the lengthening daylight, and the whole garden carries the feeling of a season preparing to turn the page. Mrs. Barnes's leghorn hen produced its afternoon egg at 20 minutes past 1, maintaining what Dr. Peterson characterizes as robust February form that speaks well of the bird's constitution and her evident comfort with the milder air this afternoon has provided. In an extraordinary moment along the High Street, a biplane from a regional aerodrome passed over the village shortly after 2 o'clock, at an altitude low enough to rattle the windows of the post office. The pilot, a cousin of the Barnes family presently in training, tipped the aircraft's wings in salute above the green, prompting an eruption of waved handkerchiefs from the pavement below that gave the street the brief appearance of a laundered field. Mrs. Barnes, who had received advance notice of the flight, but kept the intelligence private, observed the salute from the post office steps with what neighbours describe as unmistakable family pride. The aircraft banked westward over the tree line and departed to appreciative applause from those gathered along the pavement. The tea room's Shrove Tuesday pancakes drew the heaviest custom Mrs. Hartley reports since the beginning of the month, with the griddle remaining in continuous service through the afternoon hours. Watson maintained his post near the serving counter throughout, his attention following the movement of plates between kitchen and tables with a focus that Mrs. Hartley credits with keeping the afternoon's elevated trade orderly. The annual pancake race on the village green at 2:30 drew enthusiastic participation from the younger pupils, several of whom were still discussing the afternoon's aerial visitor as they lined up with pans in hand under Mr. Thornley's direction. Miss Bellamy demonstrated her growing capability when young Master Edmund Willoughby collected a grazed palm near the finishing post. The young nurse produced a clean dressing from her satchel and attended to the scrape with quiet efficiency, earning Dr. Peterson's approval upon his review of the work. Residents are reminded that tomorrow evening brings the first Whist Drive of the year at the parish hall. Registration opens at 6:30, with play commencing at 7 o'clock, and refreshments will be provided between rounds. That concludes our evening report. This is Edmund Pruitt bidding you good night from St. Mary Netherton, where Shrove Tuesday gives way to the quieter season of Lent, and the village settles contentedly after a day that delivered its pleasures from both griddle and sky.